Hey guys, welcome to the What If Ty Lee Was an Air Nomad story. This is an alternate timeline where Ty Lee is actually a confirmed air nomad and is aware of the fact that she is. If you haven't seen the first two parts, I would recommend checking those out first, otherwise this part won't make much sense. Okay, so I know that it's been a while since I released part 2, so I decided to provide a quick recap of what happened in the last part. So pretty much in part 2, Ty Lee learns about the Avatar's existence and wants to help him out, and she also wants to let him know that she is also an air nomad. So May comes up with a plan to convince Team Avatar to let them join their team by helping them capture Azula. So eventually Team Avatar have Azula cornered the same way they did in the Chase episode, except this time they are successful in beating her thanks to May and Ty Lee. After stopping Azula, Ty Lee essentially loses control over her emotions and starts hitting Azula repeatedly because she is very angry about what her family did to the air nomads. And that causes Azula to get knocked out. At the end of the video, May reveals to Aang that Ty Lee is in fact an air nomad. Alright, so now that the recap is over, let's get into the video. What? Says Aang. She's an air nomad? Are you sure? May explains the story of Ty Lee's great-grandparents to Aang. Tears start streaming down Aang's face. I'm so happy to hear that, smiles Aang. I had already accepted that I was the only air nomad to survive. Thankfully, I'm not. Where are your parents now? Can we go meet them? Aang, we're kind of on a tight schedule, says Sokka. We should be making plans on how to take down the Fire Nation. Don't worry, I promise. I'm going to practice my water bending and earth bending as much as I can on the way there. This is just something I have to do. Please, Sokka. Sokka sighs and nods his head. I understand. They are in the Fire Nation, says May. Ty Lee, are you okay with us visiting your parents? Ty Lee is still kind of shaken from what she just did to Azula, so she's kind of slow to respond at first. Yeah, let's go, says Ty Lee. I haven't seen my parents in so long. It's going to be weird to see them again. Hey, where did Zuko go? Asks May. He ran off and took his uncle with him, says Sokka. He probably realized that he couldn't fight us all at the same time. What are we waiting for? Let's go, exclaims Aang. Wait, what are we gonna do about Azula? Asks Katara. We can't just have her roaming around looking for us. Let's just tie her up and leave her here. Even if she does break free, she's not gonna know where we are. So Team Avatar plus Ty Lee and May tie Azula up and head for the Fire Nation to meet Ty Lee's family. Unfortunately for them, they are unaware that Azula actually recovered from the beating she received from Ty Lee fairly quickly. So essentially, Azula heard everything that the gang said. Over the course of the trip, Ty Lee finally starts to open up and kind of mentally recover from the whole Azula situation. I can't believe I'm going back home, thinks Ty Lee. It's been so long. My mom will be really happy to meet an air nomad. It will be a memory she will never forget. So when Team Avatar arrive, Aang, Katara, Sokka, and Toph all change into Fire Nation clothes like they did in the original series. Once they get their clothing, they hide Appa in a cave. Then they start walking towards Ty Lee's house. Mom, I'm home, announces Ty Lee. Oh, Ty Lee, it's been so long. I was wondering how you've been doing all this time. I'm glad you're okay. The circus must have been fun. It was. How are you and Dad doing? And how are my sisters? Dad and I have been good, and your sisters have been pretty good too. Tai Lao, no, actually, I think it was Tai Wu. She won first place in the prestigious Fire Nation dance competition. Did you ever win anything like that in the circus? No? Well, why not? Clearly you haven't been working as hard as your sister has. Oh no, not this again, thinks Ty Lee. Hey Mom, I've got a special surprise for you. Ty Lee lets Aang into her home, and she explains to her mom that he is the Avatar and the last remaining air nomad. Ty Lee's mom is overjoyed by this, and obviously so is Aang. Aang sits down and talks about how it was to live as an air nomad. He also teaches Ty Lee's mom about some of their customs and shows her how to properly do some of them. They spend hours talking, and eventually Ty Lee's dad and siblings come home for dinner. Hey guys, whispers Ty Lee to the gang. My sisters still don't know that we are part air nomad. My parents want to keep it a secret, so please don't bring it up. Actually, I already told them, smiles Ty Lee's mom. When? Exclaims Ty Lee. Fairly recently, a few months ago actually. I think they're old enough now, and so I felt it was time. Oh. Aang looks over at Ty Lee. Why does she look almost disappointed? Thinks Aang. Everyone sits down at the dinner table, and Ty Lee starts talking to her sisters for the first time in 2 years. So they all start catching up with each other and talking about what they've been up to. I can't believe you found the Avatar, exclaims Tai Lum. And on top of that, he's an air nomad? I honestly still can't believe this happened, smiles Ty Lee's mom. I'm so proud of you, Ty Lee. Hey Mom, guess what? Interrupts Tai Lat. I found that necklace you wanted in the marketplace. Tai Lat quickly runs to her room and grabs 2 items. Here it is. Oh, thank you so much, Tai Lat. I really appreciate that. Tai Lat smiles. Dad, I also got you a nice robe. Oh wow, this looks great. Thanks, Tai Lat. Hey, I was the one that picked that out, yells Tai Wu. Yeah, well, I paid for it. Tai Wu and Tai Lat get into a long argument. These people are crazy. whispers Sokka to Katara. Katara nods her head. Once dinner comes to an end, everyone prepares to go to bed. Before sleeping, Ty Lee notices Tai Lu go outside and place a circus uniform on the outdoor clothesline. Are you kidding me? Thinks Tai Lee. She runs outside to confront Tai Lu. I thought that we had decided not to have the same hobby as each other, exclaims Tai Lee. Okay, look, I didn't intentionally do it, explains Tai Lu. I hadn't seen you in a long time, so I went to the circus to visit you a few weeks ago. I was looking all over for you, but you weren't there, and when I got there, I think the boss guy thought that I was you, and then he made me do all these crazy acrobatic things, but in all honesty, I really enjoyed it. Eventually, I told him that I wasn't you, and I asked him what happened. He told me you left on your own to help someone, so I thought that it would be okay if I joined. Ty Lee sighs. I guess that's okay, since it's only you. Thanks, Ty Lee. Ty Lee and Tai Lu walk back towards their home. As they are walking, Ty Lee notices 3 more circus uniforms hanging side by side on the clothesline. Wait a minute, are those? You said you were the only one there, yells Ty Lee. Tai Lu looks at the uniforms with a shocked look on her face. I am the only one. They must have joined another circus. What? They stole my hobby. Your hobby? You stole mine first. That's it, yells Ty Lee as she walks away from the house. I'm done. I should have never come back here. I honestly thought that things would have changed in 2 years. Ty Lee prepares to leave the Fire Nation without the gang because she knows that Aang is very happy and she doesn't want to ruin it for him. So she decides to camp outside for the night and leave first thing in the morning. Since her sisters are now in the circus, Ty Lee's not really sure where she's gonna go. I guess I have to find a new hobby, thinks Ty Lee. Ty Lee goes to sleep and wakes up just as the sun rises. Before leaving the Fire Nation for good, she decides to eat one last meal in the marketplace. As she is eating, she overhears a conversation between 2 people. Did you see what happened earlier this morning? Asks man number 1. No, what happened? Responds man number 2. Princess Azula mobilized 1,000 Fire Nation troops and headed deeper into the center of the Fire Nation. What? Why would she head in that direction? I have no idea, but I have a feeling there's going to be something crazy going down today. We should all just stay indoors. I don't want to get caught up in all of this. Agreed. Ty Lee's eyes widen. How did Azula find out? Thinks Ty Lee. I've got to warn my family. But no, I won't reach there before Azula's soldiers. Ty Lee stops and thinks of a way out of this. Oh, I know what I'll do, gasps Ty Lee. I'll go get Appa. If I can bring Appa to them, then we can all escape together. Ty Lee sprints as fast as she can towards Appa's hiding spot. When she arrives, she realizes the dire situation she and her friends and family are in. What is Azula doing here? Thinks Ty Lee. I didn't think that she would plan to come here and tie up Appa. And why does she only have 100 soldiers with her? The people that were talking in the marketplace said there were way more. Have the rest of them gone back to my house? It's nice to see you, Ty Lee, smiles Azula. I didn't expect to see you here without your traitor friends and family. Ty Lee's eyes widen. How do you know about my family? Azula laughs. Well, clearly you just weren't strong enough to knock me out properly. I heard everything May said to the Avatar. You and your family are air nomads. Your great-grandfather is a traitor to the Fire Nation, and you had the chance to right his wrongs, but you failed. You betrayed the Fire Nation just like him, and you betrayed me. Now you will face the consequences. Soldiers, do not interfere. This is my fight. Azula blasts a fire jab at Ty Lee, but Ty Lee steps out of the way. She then sprints full speed at Azula. Your great-grandfather is the reason my ancestors are dead, yells Ty Lee. I'm not gonna let you hurt my family again. Ty Lee tries chi-blocking Azula's right arm, but Azula swiftly moves it out of the way and knocks Ty Lee to the ground. Ty Lee does a backflip while kicking Azula to get off the ground. Azula stumbles back. Ty Lee runs towards Azula again in an attempt to chi-block her. Azula is narrowly avoiding getting tagged. What is going on? Thinks Azula. I've seen Ty Lee fight before. She's never been this fast and agile. You can just see the conviction in her eyes. But I can't lose to someone with weak air nomad blood. I have to put some distance between the two of us. Azula fakes a fire jab to the left side of Ty Lee's face. As a reflex, Ty Lee moves her head to the right, but before she can realize that she was faking, Ty Lee gets hit directly with the left hook from Azula. The impact is twice as hard since Ty Lee was moving towards it. She falls to the ground. Azula jumps back. Why does my left arm feel numb? Thinks Azula. Azula gasps. There's no way. She somehow managed to chi block my left arm? She must have done it as soon as my fist made contact. How did she do it so fast? Ty Lee struggles to her feet. She starts running towards Azula as soon as she gets up. What? How is she moving so fast? I hit her with all the power I had, thinks Azula. I can't allow her to get near me again. Azula throws a combination of fire kicks and fire jabs in an attempt to keep Ty Lee away. Ty Lee manages to dodge most of them, but one of the attacks hits her in the left shoulder, and another hits her in the right leg. Despite all the pain she is feeling, Ty Lee pushes through all of it and continues charging forward. Why isn't she going down, thinks Azula. Ty Lee performs a cartwheel into a flip, propelling herself upward and towards Azula. She attempts to drop kick Azula's head, but Azula swiftly moves back, avoiding the attack. Azula returns with a fire jab to Ty Lee's face, but Ty Lee ducks underneath it and sweep kicks Azula's legs, causing Azula to fall to the ground. Ty Lee tries chi blocking Azula's other arm, but Azula uses the fire jets to propel herself away from Ty Lee. Azula stands up and sees Ty Lee charging forward, so Azula throws another wave of fire jabs and kicks. Since Ty Lee has already sustained some damage from earlier on in the fight, she is not as graceful as she normally would be. Because of that, Ty Lee is hit with multiple fire attacks from Azula, but that does not faze Ty Lee at all, as she keeps moving forward despite all of her injuries. What is happening? Screams Azula. Ty Lee clumsily swings her right arm at Azula, but Azula dodges it easily and knocks Ty Lee to the ground. With her right arm, she tries fire jabbing Ty Lee while Ty Lee is on the ground, but Ty Lee rolls out of the way and kicks Azula back. Azula takes this opportunity to move further away from Ty Lee. At this rate, this battle is going to go on forever, thinks Azula. It's very unlikely that she lands a hit on me now, but I can't take that chance. If she keeps coming forward, there's a possibility that she will chi block me. I have to end this now. Ty Lee stands up. She struggles to find her balance at first, but as soon as she does, she continues her run forward. Azula throws her usual barrage of fire kicks and jabs. Ty Lee avoids as many as she can, but gets hit multiple times again. Now, thinks Azula. Azula performs a ground sweep fire kick, sending a ray of flames at Ty Lee's feet. Ty Lee easily jumps over it, but that is exactly what Azula wanted her to do. Transitioning quickly from her last attack, Azula performs a backflip fire kick upwards. Ty Lee falls directly onto the attack and thus absorbs twice the impact. Ty Lee's body falls flat on the ground. It's over, thinks Azula. I beat her, as expected, but the fact that she was able to push me this hard. Azula shudders in disgust. Azula is about to turn away, but before she does, she notices Ty Lee's leg move. What? Ty Lee slowly but steadily manages to stand on her feet. It's not possible, gasps Azula. Azula shoots out a fire jab at Ty Lee, but Ty Lee sidesteps out of the way. Pushed to her absolute limit, Ty Lee cannot run anymore. Despite this, she is still walking forward slowly towards Azula. I've hit you so many times, screams Azula. Why can't you just stay down? Ty Lee is within striking distance of Azula. Azula is paralyzed with shock as Ty Lee's fist approaches her body. Unfortunately, however, before it can make contact, Ty Lee collapses on the ground. Although still conscious, Ty Lee cannot physically move anymore. Azula is still in utter shock, but is broken out of her trance by the screams of her soldiers. What is going on? Yells Azula to one of her soldiers. The Avatar and his team are here. They have already taken out half of our forces. Why didn't you tell me before? We tried to, but you were so busy fighting that you couldn't even listen to us. Plus, we were instructed not to interfere. I'm coming out to help. I need to finish Ty Lee off first, though. Azula readies herself to deliver the finishing blow. But before she can hit Ty Lee's 6 sisters come flying towards Azula. They all chi block her, causing Azula to fall to the ground. The soldiers run to Azula's assistance, but Aang flies up to them and knocks them away with his airbending. He then proceeds to fight the remaining soldiers with the help of Toph and Katara. May, I see Appa up ahead, yells Aang. May throws her daggers at the ropes restraining Appa. He's free, yells Sokka. Ty Lee's dad runs to Ty Lee's side and picks her up. Ty Lee, her family, Sokka, Katara, Toph, and May get on Appa while Aang holds off the soldiers. Bring the reinforcements, yells Azula. It's gonna take a while for them to come here, responds Fire Nation Soldier 1. Damn it. I sent most of my soldiers to Ty Lee's house so that the Avatar and his friends could be captured there, thinks Azula. And then, if they did manage to escape, they would have to get on their flying bison to actually leave this place. So I thought if I tied that beast up and stayed here, I would be able to stop them in their weakened state. But those pathetic weakling soldiers barely did anything to them. I also didn't expect Ty Lee to show up here on her own. I let my emotions get the better of me. Appa flies away from the scene. Using his glider, Aang catches up to them. The entire gang has escaped successfully. Thanks to their long and grueling battle, Aang, Toph, Katara, Sokka, Mai, and Ty Lee's sisters have all sustained injuries, although none of them are as severe as Ty Lee's. Katara decides to heal herself first so that she can heal everyone else better. Once she is done healing herself, she immediately goes and tries healing Ty Lee. "How is she?" asks Ty Lee's mom. "Don't worry," smiles Katara. "She will recover, but unfortunately it's gonna take a while. She's been heavily damaged." "What were you thinking, Ty Lee?" yells Ty Lee's dad. "Why did you run off on your own? You told us you were gonna stay for longer." Ty Lee's mom nods her head. "Why are you so anxious to leave us?" Annoyed by the questioning, Ty Lue speaks out on behalf of Ty Lee. She goes into detail regarding why Ty Lee wanted to leave. She tells her parents about how they've been treating her and her siblings. "You constantly compare us to one another, and you don't treat us like our own person," yells Ty Lue. After seeing the condition Ty Lee is in, and hearing Ty Lue's passionate words, Ty Lee's parents begin to realize how they have treated their children. So they acknowledge their mistakes and promise to make an effort to be different in the future. "We owe you an apology as well, Ty Lee," says Ty Lue alongside Tai Lao, Tai Lat, and Tai Lum. "We should not have joined the circus. We had all agreed to do different things, and we broke that promise. We're sorry. We promise that we will quit the circus as soon as we get the chance." "No, don't," smiles Ty Lee. "What? But I thought you wanted—" "I learned something after my fight with Azula," interrupts Ty Lee. "What's that?" "I realized that being part of a match set might actually be a good thing." "What are you talking about?" "Well, when I was fighting against Azula, I tried my hardest to beat her, but I wasn't able to. But when all 6 of you teamed up, you were able to beat her easily. I guess there are just some problems that can't be tackled alone. We all need to work together." Ty Lee's sisters smile. "By the way, where are we going?" asks Ty Lee. "We are heading to the Northern Air Temple," says Aang. "Now that your home got blown up, you're gonna need a new place to live." "Wait, what? My home got blown up?" "Yeah, sorry about that," says Sokka. "There were a lot of soldiers attacking us, and we needed to find a way to beat them. So using some of the things I learned from this mad scientist guy we met, I found a way to make a bomb. We lured them all into your house and blew them all up. That guy actually lives in the Northern Air Temple." "Oh great, we're gonna be living 24/7 with a mad scientist that makes destructive weaponry. He's actually a pretty cool guy when you get to know him." A few days later, they arrive at the Northern Air Temple, and Ty Lee's parents start to settle down. Ty Lee decides that she wants to help Team Avatar defeat the Fire Nation. Although reluctant at first, Ty Lee's parents eventually agree. Ty Lee's sisters even decide that they also want to help Ty Lee in her mission, and Ty Lee lets them join. So from there, Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Ty Lee, Mai, and Ty Lee's 6 sisters all journey together in hopes of defeating the Fire Lord. Okay, so that is the end of the video and the end of the Ty Lee series. I decided to end it here because this is supposed to be a story about Ty Lee and her family. And at this point, I feel like their character arcs are complete and everything after this would be similar to the original series. Actually, with the help of Ty Lee, Mai, and her 6 sisters, it would probably be easier to defeat the Fire Lord. So essentially, I don't think there's any need in going through how they would beat the Fire Lord in this timeline because it just wouldn't be interesting. So yeah, that's the end of the series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribing because that helps out the channel a lot. Also, let me know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed this shorter series in comparison to like the longer ones like the Top series. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching and I will see you all later.